Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Mimi and this is Mimi React. On this channel, I react to pop culture news, TV shows, and all the things. So I just wanted to address a few things before I get into today's video. As you guys can see, I am sweating like cat and dogs. That is because it's 92 degrees outside and it's like 11:24 right now. 11:24 in the morning, and it is 92 degrees. So it's a really hot day, and I do have an AC in my office. I tried to turn it on and record at the same time. It just was too loud. It was way too loud. And I have construction. You guys are probably gonna hear construction outside at some point of this video because I'm sitting by the window. I usually record using natural light, and they are right by the window. So if you guys hear construction, I apologize in advance, but I have to let you guys know why I look like this. I am sweating like cat and dogs. That is because I'm trying to get this video out for you guys without the AC. It is super hot, okay? So I just wanted to get that out the way. Now let's get right into the video. The first topic that I wanted to talk about today is Glorilla winning the BET award for the gospel category, okay? I saw like a whole lot of mixed reactions from Christians, non-Christians, and all the things, okay? This is my personal opinion, okay? Don't come for me. Don't drag me in a comment. This is just how I feel. I feel like I don't see nothing wrong with her winning the awards. This is my reason, okay? Because I feel like over and over and over again, we have seen gospel artists collabing with non-gospel artists, secular artists. We had Tasha Cobbs did it before with Nicki Minaj. Now we had Glorilla and Kirk Franklin and Chandler Moore and Kiera. So like these gospel artists, to me personally, I feel like they want to be like the world. If you want to be like the world, making music with the world, we can't get mad when the world is winning the gospel category. Because I don't know why people are mad with Glorilla for winning the award. It's not her. It's not BET either. It's the gospel artist that wants to be like the world that I think we should be shifting this energy towards. Shift the energy towards the gospel industry. All these gospel artists that wants to be like the world. That's just how I feel. I feel like Glorilla ain't do nothing because she said it when she gave her speech. She said she asked Kirk Franklin if he could do a song with her, and he said yes. Knowing how she sings, knowing the type of things that she talks about in her music, and he said yes. Why? Because this whole gospel music for a lot of these gospel artists is not about Jesus. It's not about the Lord. It's about money, fame, and all the things that comes with being part of Hollywood. And if he thought it was okay to make songs with her, to make a song with her, and her winning the award, I don't think Christians have no right to be upset with her, right? Be upset with Kirk Franklin because he's the one. Be upset with the gospel artists that are collabing with these secular artists. That's just how I feel. That's just my opinion, okay? That's just it. Now let's get into B. Simone. Yo, I feel like B. Simone is trending every week for something. Every week she's trending for something. First, she was trending because she lied on her manifestation book, said that she put it out there, make it seem like it was her actual work. Came to find out she plagiarized some of the things there. She went viral for that. She went viral for lying that she lost the weight naturally, and then came back and said she was taking something to lose weight, and then went viral for having a conference, a Christian conference, wearing booty shorts, having these women in the room. All of these women were like modestly dressed, right? They all looked dressed modest. She was the leader, had booty shorts on when she went viral for that. And now she's going viral for two things. She's going viral for this video. Apparently she launched her app 2 days ago, and she went viral for a snippet of, she recorded an episode with the rapper The Baby. And tell me why this girl is recording this episode laying on the bed with this man. What message are you sending? Because at one point she comes out and say, oh, God told her to put this podcast together. God told her to launch this app and God this, God that. But then, in the other hand, you're recording a podcast episode with a man on the bed that's not your husband, telling him that you love him and asking him all these questions that are just flirtatious. I'll put the video here and come back.
Is that your foot? I love you.
I love you too.
Last time you've been in love?
When I met you, I'm like, I don't know how to take this girl.
You thought I was playing.
You were.
Think I am too alpha, too boss to have the alpha man. Like, could a guy like you really, really date a woman like me?
So as you guys could see, that is what she's putting out there, claiming that God gave her this vision for this app, this podcast. How is God in all of this? Did God tell you to record this episode, this snippet, to use it to promote your app? I'm just so confused. And I'm just like, she just has to pick a side. You either going to be with the world or you're going to be with the Lord. Because one thing about God is he's not a God of confusion. And don't tell me this is okay. It's not. You're talking to this man, I love you, biting your finger and acting all flirty with him, and then in the same breath saying that God told you, God gave you the vision for this app, God gave you the vision, this app is for women to boldly profess themselves as Christians and all these things. It's just, I don't know. And then she's also going viral for, she had a podcast episode with a young lady who apparently is her best friend. Never seen this young lady, never heard of her a day in my life, who is apparently her best friend. One thing about B. Simone, she got 20 million best friends. And I feel like none of them friendships have substance. None of them. It's not like Lala. We all know Lala Anthony, right? She got all these best friends in the industry, but these are solid people in her life. Solid best friends. And B. Simone got all these best friends. It's like one after the other, one after the other. And this episode, I'm going to post it right here and come back.
Everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And it's like, God, like, nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through.
So as you guys could see, this is her best friend apparently. And this best friend was down bad. She was homeless, had to live with her mom. She's a single mom. Had her car taken, had all these things going on for her. This is your best friend. Meanwhile, you are a whole millionaire. And listen, I'm not saying your family, your friends' responsibility is yours, but there's no way that I can watch my friend lose everything and not give a hand. And especially the friend says she watched her help other people, give other people money. But this is your best friend. And I've seen few people saying that it's not her responsibility. She don't have to do it. Yeah, but if you are claiming to be a woman of God, right? You're claiming to be this Christian. You're wanting to be this leader who is having this conference, who is putting these things to influence women positively in the body of Christ. Don't you think that's one of the ways to show that God, the Lord in you? She did mention that she always give people money, but who are you giving money to? Like, why is your friend? I don't know. And then there was a part in that same interview where she mentioned, she didn't say the word jealous, but pretty much was jealous of her friend because her friend had an opportunity. And she said when her friend called her, her response was pretty cold. And then she felt convicted, so she called her friend back to have a conversation about it. And then she said she felt as though her and her friend should always do something together. But B. Simone, you had a friend, Megan Ashley, who y'all were doing things together. Megan Ashley have made it publicly that B. Simone was the one that walked away from the friendship. So she cut off the business relationship with Meg and Ashley. So B Simone, you can't keep a friendship in business. You can't. You have made it pretty clear in your friendship. And now it's like everybody, I saw some people are saying like, I don't want this type of friendship. May this type of friendship never find me. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't want this type of friendship either. Because a friend is not just a friend that's there to say, oh, they're your friend. That's the thing. A lot of people think friendship is aesthetically pleasing. People will make friendship just on how the person looks, the person's status, the person this, the person that. And those are the type of friendship they will publicly put out there. Because I've never seen this friend of hers, this best friend, a day in my life. Never. And I just thought it was like so like, I was just so confused. And I'm just like, that whole God thing too, saying that she's a woman of God and then coming out and doing the opposite. It's just too much, girl. It's just too much. This is what I want B Simone to do. I want her to pick a side and stick to it. She does not have to claim to be a woman of God to influence people, because she was never that before in the first place, and she was fine. People were okay with her. But if you're gonna claim to be this Christian woman now, this God-fearing woman, this woman of God, there has to be a separation. There has to be pruning. There has to be sanctification. This is why I said B Simone needs to be under leadership. This is the issue with a lot of Christians. Once they give their life to Christ, all of a sudden they want to start preaching. They want to own an organization. They want to own a ministry. No, when you give your life to Christ, you need to be under leadership and be discipled. No matter if you're a big celebrity or not, you need to be discipled. You need to be discipled, because through that discipleship is how you're going to know how to positively influence your audience. I give you an example. I hate to use this example, but I have to. Meg and Ashley, when she went through all of that public humiliation with B Simone and all of that, she found herself a friendship in Jackie. She found herself a church 2819. She found herself mentors, leaders who were still to this day mentoring her, discipling her. That was how the whole Acts 242 conference came about, through discipleship. And I just feel like B Simone is just doing anything now. She's just using the name of God to make money. That's just how I feel. She's using the name of God to make money. And it's just not hitting. I just want her to be herself. Like, I would support B Simone. I would still watch her content if she never talked about God. I would, because I appreciate people that are honest with themselves. You don't have to claim God if you're not all in. You don't have to. Claiming to be a woman of God and then talking sexually on your bed. Why are you even recording a video on your bed with this man? What message are you sending to the young girls that are confused, that are watching your content? But anyways, let's move on from B Simone. Okay, so my next topic is Keke Palmer. Y'all know Keke Palmer is my girl, okay? So she released her album. She finally released her album, and in this album, she's telling a lot. I actually got the chance to listen to the entire album last night. Before, I only heard the first song that she released, My Confessions, or Confessions, I think that's what it's called. But in this album, she's spilling it all the tea. And she also did an interview with The Breakfast Club where she pretty much explained why she had to like come out with an album telling her business. Because if you know Keke Palmer, she has always been private. She's funny. She make people laugh, but she's always been private. We never knew who she was dating until she met her baby daddy. Ever. She always had a good balance of separating like work and her personal life. But when all this situation happened with her baby daddy, we all know what happened with the whole Usher situation. She went to his concert. Her baby daddy went on Twitter and made some tweets, and it was a whole thing. How Usher got in the middle of that, I don't even know, because Usher ain't do nothing. She just went to his concert and that was it. But I think it was just so mature of her to just explain in this album to what really happened, because there are people who genuinely love and care for her that were really concerned what really happened. Like, girl, what happened? Like, this man is doing this, is saying this, and what happened? There was like legal case and all of that where she like had a temporary restraining order against him. And she said now that, you know, her and her baby daddy, they're in a cordial place. They are in a, I guess, mutual place where they're co-parenting very well. And I'm just happy to hear that for her, to hear that about her, because yeah, it was not looking good for her career when that happened. Because imagine trying so hard to keep your personal life on the internet, and then this baby daddy of yours just got in his feelings and just tweet. And then the whole internet start talking about it. And she even said it in one of her songs that the time he made that tweet, they were not even together anymore. And that was, I think she just went that night, said that she wanted to have a girls' night, and then she went to Usher concert, and then this whole thing got out there. So I'm just proud of her. You know, she picked herself right back up and, you know, just going. Her career is still going. She's always booked and busy. And that's another thing too. A lot of women in the industry, sometimes I'm sure they get nervous once you get pregnant, because for years people say that. Until I think Cardi B was the first person who, at the peak of her career, she got pregnant and still stayed relevant till this day. And, you know, now we got the Halle Bailey, and now we got Keke Palmer, all these baby mamas who, they didn't allow their career to stop them, and they're still going. They're still, you know, I'm really, really proud of her for that. So yeah. So now the last thing that I wanted to talk about, I'm sure you guys have seen this all over the internet. Tyler Perry is being sued for $260 million, yo. First off, I want to know you guys' opinion, and then I want to give what my opinion is. Put your opinions in the comment. I want to hear what you guys feel, how you guys feel about this. And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I'm gonna be completely honest right now, right? When I heard the amount that this person was asking for, I thought it was just a money grab situation. I am so sorry, but that was my initial reaction. I'm like, why 260 million? That is a lot of money. It just sounds like it's a money grab situation, right? But then I had to check myself. I'm like, this is how everybody felt about Cassie, and this is what people were actually saying about Cassie, and turned out that Cassie was right. So I was like, let me check myself and let me stop trying to judge from without, you know, hearing and seeing proof and things like that. Until I saw the text messages. Because y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I did not believe it at first until I saw the text messages. Because I'm somebody, like, if I see something in the media about somebody famous, I'm just not gonna believe it until I see a proof, you know. But when I saw those text messages, they're pretty long. Let me pull them up. They're pretty long text messages, but I'm going to point out the part exactly where I personally think these allegations are true, okay? I personally think these allegations can be true. I'm not saying they are true. They can be true, okay? Allegedly, okay? So, first off, they're super long, but I'm just gonna go like right in the middle of the conversation. There's a part where he says, where Tyler Perry says to the young man, by the way, this is an employee of his who was cast in one of his shows or something like that. So this is an employee of his. He said to the person, what it's going to take you to have guilt-less sex. Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Yes, it's the exact kind of car. Geometry. I think they were talking about something else. And then the individual says, giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist. That's so cool. Where you came from? I don't know where, you know, I don't know like the context of this conversation, but these are just some screenshots that are like taken and just pieces together, but we don't really know the root of the conversation to say. And then the other part, I'm gonna show you guys. This other part, Tyler Perry said to the individual, I will hope that you will let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me. I hope you get past that block in your mind soon. So I read all these text messages. Like I said, I'm not going to read all of them. They're all over TikTok. Literally all over TikTok, all over Instagram. I'll probably post a link to one of them in the description if you guys want to check it out. But at this point, I'm sure all of you guys have seen it, right? But when I saw those parts in the text messages, I'm like, this individual can be telling the truth at some point. And it seems to me, I might be wrong, it seems to me, just reading the text messages, it seems to me that this is a grooming situation where this young man is being groomed into having the sexual relationship with him. And honestly, y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, there has been rumors of Tyler Perry being homosexual for years. I personally never believed it. The reason I never believed it is because, of course, he has a child, right? I'm like, because we know of married men who looks feminine, but they're not really homosexual. And so I never really believed he could be. And then until these text messages came out, I'm like, oh, so he might be struggling with it. A friend of mine who's a therapist said to me too, I always ask her opinion because, she's a therapist. She's able to look at situations from a different lens. So whenever I see something on the internet, I'm like, I need another opinion. I will call this friend of mine. She says she thinks he struggles with it. And obviously, Tyler Perry has publicly many times professed his love for God and him being a Christian and things like that. So obviously, it seems to me that this is a situation, this is a thing that he struggles with. And I'm not going to judge the man for if he struggled with it, if he's a homosexual, or if he just curious about, I'm not going to judge him. But I'm just like, this might be true. This might be true. My only thing is, I think the money is too much. I think $260 million is a whole lot. Even though, of course, Tyler Perry got it. That man is a billionaire. But I think that's a lot of money that this man is asking for. And I just thought about it too. I was like, with all the lawsuits that we've seen just this past 6 months, it seems to me that these billionaires don't have no sense. They don't know how to move. You have the Diddy situation, you have Shannon Sharp, and now you have this. I'm like, these men with all this money don't know how to move, don't have respect for themselves, think that money and fame is going to protect whatever lifestyle that they got going on behind closed doors. At what point did Tyler Perry thought about, oh, this is an employee, let me not go this route. Let me try to talk to somebody outside of work. Why are you trying to mix business and pleasure? I'm not saying he did it. This is all alleged, okay? But I'm just thinking, I'm like, Tyler Perry, out of all people, and I'm not going to lie, still do have a high respect for Tyler Perry and what he has done for the black community. But I also feel like he's one of the main problem why the black community is the way it is, because his movies, right? There's always black women going through pain and all of these things, but there's never a solution at the end of the movies, right? Let's say a black mama, a black woman went through a divorce. We never had a situation in the movie where a black woman went through a divorce and then there's another side of that where she met somebody else and she had a happy ending and got married and had a beautiful family. I've never seen something like that from Tyler Perry. I've always seen the negative side of black women. You know what I'm saying? Even his new movie, Straw, I haven't seen it. For some reason, I just stopped watching Tyler Perry movies. His last two movies I didn't watch. And I'm just like, I like what he's doing, providing opportunities for black actors and actresses. But then it's like the narrative has to change. The movies has to give hope to the black community. It's not always the black woman going through pain. Show us how she gets out of that pain, because there are black women out there who actually has stories like that. They go through the challenging season and then, they go hard. God send them this beautiful man and they have a beautiful family. Or there's a black woman who's a single mom go through whatever she go through, and then meet this guy, get married, like the whole Sierra and Russell Wilson story. Give us something to give black women hope, you know? So, but that is all I have to say about that whole Tyler Perry situation. You guys can read more about it, and if you want to watch a very detailed video, Jessie Woo always have really detailed videos on anything she's talking about. She made a video about it. You guys can watch her video. I just wanted to talk about it briefly because obviously it's all over the place now. But that is just how I feel. I'm like, how do you guys feel about all these situations? Proud of Keke Palmer. And B. Simone, I feel like, you know, she just needs to pick a side. I think she needs to take a break, talk to a therapist, get some help. Tyler Perry, I hope he comes out of this and learn his lesson. And Christian community, Christian artists, I just hope they get it together. That's all. But anyways, thank y'all so much for support and subscribing to the channel. Thank y'all so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in another video. Bye-bye.